Hello everyone, Carson here back on Sudoku on New York Times. Today is May 2nd, 2024. Let's start today's hard Sudoku. Okay, so first of all, I see these 4s pointing right. So in block 5, the digit 4 is forced into row 5. And then these 4s point right, the cell sees 4. These ones point left. Okay, this 3 points left, so that forces the digit 3 in block 5 to go in row 5, and these two cells form a 3-4 pair. Because in block 5, 3 and 4 still need to go somewhere in block 5, and it cannot be in these 3 cells, because they see them in the same row. So that leaves 2 open cells remaining for both 3 and 4, so that forms a 3-4 pair and eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells. That means the other 3 cells remaining, the other 3 open cells remaining in block 5 form a 2-7-8 triple when this cell sees 2. So the digits go like this. The digit 9 in block 6 is forced into this cell. And then these 9s point left. So now there's a 1-9 pair formed by these 2 cells. Because in block 4, both 1 and 9 still need to go somewhere in block 4, and it cannot go into the open cells in row 5 and 6 because they see 1 and 9. So only 2 open cells are left for both 1 and 9. So this forms a 1-9 pair and eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells. After I've found this 1-9 pair, I can place the digit 5 into this cell in block 4. Because of course the 5 can't go in the 1-9 pair, and we also got these 5s, forcing the 5 into the cell. These 5s point up. Alright. Okay, now in row 4, we have a 1-9 pair. We also have a 2-7-8 triple, meaning that the 2 open cells that are not part of a pair or triple, meaning that these 2 cells, because the other digits already are known. So the leftovers sounds a bit weird, but it is what it is. Are 5 and 6, so these 2 cells form a 5-6 pair. Because we already know the other 7 digits in this row, so the remaining 2 are 5 and 6, which go in these 2 cells. The digit 9 in block 8 is forced into one of these 2 cells. Okay, this 8 points right. And of course, the digit 8 cannot go into 5-6 pair. So in block 6, the digit 8 is forced into this cell. Okay, now these 3 cells form a 2-4-7 triple, but this cell sees 4 and 7. So actually, 4 and 7 can only go into these 2 cells, meaning that this cell is a 2, which actually gets this cell filled. What's that? It's a 3. Yes, it's a 3. And then these 3 cells form a 2-6-7 triple. This cell sees 2 and this cell sees 7. This 3 points up and this 3 points left. So in block 1, the digit 3 is forced into row 3. Okay, this 2 points right and this 2 points up. So in block 3, the digit 2 is forced into row 3. And then these 2's force the digit 2 into one of these 2 cells in block 2. Okay, so in block 9, these 3 cells, C2 and 4 in the same column, and down here, these 3 cells, C2 and 4 in the same row. And 2 and 4, both 2 and 4 are still missing from block 9, so they have to go somewhere in block 9, and it cannot go into these cells. So that leaves only 2 cells remaining available for both 2 and 4. So these 2 cells form a 2-4 pair because these 2 cells are the only 2 cells for both 2 and 4 in block 9. And that also eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells. So now this 7 points down, and the 7, of course, cannot go in the 2-4 pair, so it has to go in row 9 in block 9. Let me see if I can see something else. I mean, more information that I can get from the 2-4 pair. I'm not sure. Okay, no, I really don't see. Oh, I do notice something quite interesting. Yeah, I noticed something very, very interesting. So, you can look at this 1-9 pair. Either this cell is going to be a 1, or this cell is going to be a 9. It's either 1-9 like this, or 9-1 like this. And, of course, this cell has to be either 1 or 9. And no matter which digit it ends up being, it points up and forces one of the 1 or 9. It forces either 1 or 9 into one of these 3 cells in block 1. So that means, I'll just fill out here. Alright, this cell C is 9. So if the cell was a 1, the 1 then has to go in one of these 3 cells. Then it forms a 1-3-5 triple, meaning that these 3 cells are for 4, 6, and 9. But if the 9 has to go in this cell, if the 9 ends up being here, then this cell also sees 9. So it actually has to end up being here. And then these 3 cells would then, 3, 5, and 9 will occupy these 3 cells. So 1, 4, and 6 go into these 3 cells. So no matter what, 4 and 6 must go into column 1 in block 1. So I'll actually mark down 4 and 6 like this, the cell C's 4. So yeah, I'm not really sure what to call this. I mean, it's not really a triple, but at the same time, I don't know the technical term for this thingy right here. So yeah, if this becomes a 1, then it joins the 3 and 5 to form a 1-3-5 triple. If it's a 9, then the 9 joins the 3 and 5. And the digit that does not go in this cell has to end up in column 1 in block 1. So that's very interesting. So 4's here, and this 4 points down, and this cell sees 4. These 6's point down, so that means this cell cannot contain a 6. I don't think I can do much with down there. Alright. Oh, wait. Okay, so these four cells are limited to the digits 1, 4, 6, and 9. Because, yeah, if the 1 goes here, then the 9 has to go up here. And if the 9 goes here, then the 1 has to go up here. So these four cells are limited to 1, 4, 6, and 9 only. Meaning that the other 3 open cells in the same column, these 3 cells, are for 2, 7, and 8. Or actually, it's simpler by saying that these 8s point down. It was there from the very beginning. So yeah, actually these 3 cells are for 2, 7, and 8. And here we go. There we go. I'll just fill out 2, 7, and 8. And this cell right here sees 2 and 7. This cell sees 2 and 7. So this cell is actually forced to be 8. This is an 8. After I place this 8, it points right to force the digit 8 into into column 7 in block 9. So 8 can't go in these, and it cannot go into 2, 4 pair, so it has to go in column 7 in block 9, and then these 8 points up. This cell also sees 8. So in block 3, the digit 8 is forced into this cell, which then places the 2 into this cell in block 3, which points down, makes this a 4, and this 4 also finishes up row 6. These 7s point down, so yeah, 7 goes into this cell in block 9. I'll just fill out the cells in block 3. 1, 5, and 6 are the digits. This cell is also for 1, 5, and 6. Okay, now these 2's points left and the cell sees 2. So in block 7, the digit 2 is forced into this cell, which makes this a 7, this a 2, this a 6, and this a 7. Alright. Oh, and then in column 3, 1 and 3 are the digits that go into the 2 open cells in column 3, and but this cell sees 1, so 1 has to go here in this column, which makes this a 3. And there we go. The digit that joins the 3 and 5 in block 1 is the 1. Yeah, alright. After I place this 1, the digit 3 is now forced into this cell, followed by the 5. And indeed, that after I place this 1, these 3 cells became a 4, 6, 9 triple. This cell sees 9. And this cell is made a 1. This cell is a 9. Alright, down here, we got 1, 4, and 6. 1, 4, and 6 into these 3 cells. But I just noticed that the digit 4 has to go into the cell. And the 2 cells left are for 1 and 6. The 3 open cells in block 7, row 7, they are for 5, 6, and 8. This cell sees 5. This cell, I think it can contain all 3 of them. It's possible for all 3 of them to go in this cell, for now, of course. I'm kind of blanking right now. I'm sorry. Oh, the digit 3 in block 8 is forced into this cell, which makes this a 4 and 3. All of these 3's force the digit 3 into this cell in block 2. 3's are actually done. All of the 3's are placed. And then these 4's force the digit 4 into one of these two cells in block 2. Oh, after I place this 5, the digit 5 in this cell is eliminated. So now the digit 5 in block 3 is forced into row 1. So now the digit 5 in block 2 is forced into one of these two cells. Also, in row 1, the digits that go into the open cells are 1, 4, 5, 6, and 9. This cell sees 1, 4, 6, and the 5 that I just pointed out. So this cell actually sees every other digit apart from 9. So this cell is forced to be a 9 because this cell cannot contain any other digits. So this cell has to be a 9, otherwise it would end up being empty, and of course, we don't want that. So this has to be a 9, and then the digit 9 in block 1 is forced into this cell. The 9 goes into this cell in block 8. 9's are all placed. Okay, we got 5, 6, 7, and 8 being the digits that go into block 8. So 7 goes into one of these two cells. 5. Oh, actually, the digit 5 is forced into this cell in block 8. So now these 3 cells are for 6, 7, and 8. This cell sees 6. This cell is for 1, 5, or 6 for this row. Uh, 1, 5, 6, and 8. So this is 1, 6, or 8 only. Oh, right, because, yeah, in this column, in column 7, this cell sees a 5, this cell sees 5, and this cell also sees 5. So the digit 5 is forced into this cell for this column. Oh, and then the digit 5 in block 2 is forced into this cell. Okay, these two cells are for 6 and 7. Not yet resolved. Are you kidding me? Oh, but there is now a 6, 7, 8 triple in column 6, which eliminates 7 from this cell, and the 8 as well. So this cell is now forced to be a 2, which then places the 2 into this cell in block 2. The 6, 7, 8 triple means that this cell is a 1. I also could have placed this one by looking at these ones. Okay, this one makes this cell a 6, so that should do most of the job. Yeah, now this 6 finishes up row 3 and block 8. Okay, now the puzzle is done in any moment. Okay, so I finished today's New York Times hard Sudoku in a bit over 19 minutes. Alright, so for this puzzle, I don't know whether to call it just the right difficulty or difficult, because I'm not sure if the phenomenon I spotted in block 1 was necessary to solve this puzzle. So this 1-line pair in block 4 affected block 1. So if 1 goes here, then it joins up with the 3 and 5 to form a triple. If the 9 goes here, then the 9 joins with the 3 and 5 instead. So no matter which digit ends up in this cell, either 1 or 9, because that's a pair. No matter 1 or 9, which one ended up in this cell, both 4 and 6, they had to go in column 1 in block 1. So after that, I found out that these 3 open cells formed a 2, 7, 8 triple, and this cell saw 2 and 7. So this was forced to be an 8. So this, I've never really encountered this situation before, but I just was somehow lucky enough to see this. Yeah, because I had the 3 and 5 marked here, and I was like, this 1-9 pair seems to affect it. So I just explored more into this phenomenon, and it actually seemed to work very well, because I think that was very key to it was very key for progress later on. So yeah, let me know if you have encountered this situation before. I don't really know the technical term for this thing right here, but whatever it is, I'm glad I found it. And yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you, even if you struggle. Hopefully this video helped. And yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. All the pairs and triples, of course, were key. But the most special thing about this puzzle was this strange phenomenon that I saw. So yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I was quite happy to use that successfully. Yeah, alright. Today is May 2nd, 2024. I'll see you all in tomorrow's New York Times Hard Sudoku Solve. Bye!